Good morning, everybody, and happy painting. Give me just a second here to get set up. I was going to try to post a photo of the little setup I'm painting today. I'm going to keep this really short and sweet because today we have our Valentine's Day, workshop. Yes, Pam, this is our daily workshop. So I'm just going to be painting, not a workshop. This is my daily paintings that I'm doing for the month of February. I'll be doing a live every morning here on my Facebook page at 10 a.m., give or take a few minutes. And so if you haven't already, if you don't want to miss any of these, make sure that you have liked the Facebook page and that you make sure to set up your notifications to notify you. Okay. Let's see. I had kind of a late start this morning. It's so hard to get out of those cozy bed covers in the wintertime, especially whenever it snowed like crazy here overnight. Okay, take a screenshot if you want to paint along. I've tried to post a photo in the comments, but it would not let me. So I don't want to risk getting stuck again trying to do that. So if you want to paint along during the demo, post a screenshot. Otherwise, I will post the photo after the demo in the comments section on this video. Okay, so while I'm cleaning my palette, you can take some time to do that. I thought this would be so fun and cute just to do like a little simple and sweet cherries. They kind of look like hearts to me. I think I'm gonna maybe make the background more pink rather than white because I can. And I thought that will make it even more Valentine's-y. So just a reminder that every week I'm giving away one free DVD of art lessons, my art lessons that I teach in the Art Life School, to one subscriber on my email list. So if you get emails from me, you know that you're already on the list. If you don't get emails from me, then go to artlifewithkelly.com and get signed up. What are you waiting for? Okay, so that is for this DVD here. And there's 5 lessons on here, and everybody's included. If you're already getting emails from me, you know you're already included. Also, if you are not an Art Life School member, we have an amazing workshop happening today and tomorrow with Valentine's treats. I'll give a little teaser. I found this of what we're going to paint this afternoon, Art Life School members. I found this beautiful plate yesterday at the Goodwill. And it's so funny because I didn't even look at the back of it. I was looking for a plate that maybe had some pink on it for our Valentine's Day, Valentine's treats painting this afternoon. And whenever I got home and looked at the back, of course, it is I don't know why I'm doing it that way. I guess I could be on camera a little bit. Of course, it is a French Limoges plate. How about that? Of course, that's the one I would pick out, not even knowing it. So we're going to be doing that this afternoon inside the Art Life School with these gorgeous pink raspberry macaroons and maybe a chocolate one thrown in there. And the fun thing about painting food is you get to eat it after you get done painting it. So Art Life School members, that's what we're going to be painting this afternoon. After I do this morning demo, I'll get that set up and get that reference image to all of you so that you can prepare for our demonstration. That's going to happen from 3 to 5 today Eastern Time inside the Art Life School Facebook group. Good morning, everybody. And if you're like, what the heck is Art Life School? Again, just go to the website link that I put in the description box of this video, and you can get signed up for that membership. Okay, good morning, Wendy. Good morning, Maria. Good morning, Lorraine. Good morning, Adele. Good morning, Marion. What does her comment say? I'm probably, I can't read all the comments this way. Atalia, good morning. Good morning, Lynn. Hello. Oh, I'm so glad that you are finding this so inspiring. Me too. This morning's is really going to be fun. Like I say, this is going to be short, simple, sweet today. You know, maybe 20, 30 minutes at most. Yeah, good morning, Pam Ingle. So good to see you. Morning, Lucy Yanagita and Irene Cohen are here too. Good morning, Shona. Props to eat. Yes, props to eat. Okay, let's get going. I've got these little, they're like little 2.5 inch by 3.5 inch mini canvases, like a box of 24 of them off of Amazon. Who even knows? I'm sure it's going to be just dry as a bone, dry as an Arizona bone. But they are just these cute little canvases. And I actually kind of got these too because I've been enjoying like laying in bed a lot on the weekends and resting. And I thought I could, even do little paintings just laying in bed with my little breakfast tray. There's always a way. There's always a way to make time for painting. So I thought these were super cute and fun. That's what I'm painting on today. Sometimes it's just fun to like do something lighter and less. I'm trying to see if I just got these taped up here on this board, hoping it's going to stay. Less, maybe less high expectations, maybe. I don't know. Just kind of more lighthearted and fun. I'm going to use some titanium white for this one today. And then I've just got a couple of small brushes, 024. And then I do have this, and these are the Silver Grand Prix hog hair brushes, which I use a lot most of the time. And then I do have this cat's tongue brush, number 4 silver Bristlon. This is their synthetic brush, and these are so good. If you like synthetic brushes, not like the super soft hair, this is kind of in between a hog hair bristle brush and say like a mongoose sable, right? That's kind of, it's still nice and firm, but it also puts down kind of a smoother stroke. And I have to say, I'm kind of getting addicted to these cat's tongue brushes because they come to a point, hold it up against this, they come to a point and it kind of makes working around things a little bit easier, especially if you haven't developed strong enough, brush handling with these filberts, which can take some time to develop that. So anyway, so those are the brushes I'll be using. And we're going to paint these 2 little cherries. If you missed the first part of the video, you won't be able to see the little cherries. Maybe if somebody took a screenshot, could you be oh so kind to post your screenshot in the comments for people who are just now joining in? If you took one, please, I would greatly appreciate that. And this will be available on replay, of course. And I will post the photo as well after the demo, after I paint it. But I thought these little cherries were so cute. I don't know why this is popping off so badly there. Stick to the board, damn it. You can do it. Okay. All right. So I'm going to start with the Silver Grand Prix brush number 2, just with a little bit of liquid light gel, which is what I like. I'm going to start this out. How am I going to start this out? This is kind of a different little painting here. I'm going to start, actually, I'm going to tone it with the pink because I think I'm going to do a pink background, not a white background. So I'm going to start with my titanium white, a little bit of that alizarin crimson, or a lot of the alizarin crimson. More white, more white. I still want it to be, lighter than the dark red cherries. That's pretty nice, actually. Now, you don't have to paint this super thick on here right away, and if you prefer the white, paint it white. I just thought this would be very cute to do it pink today in the spirit of Valentine's Day. I'm going to try to keep some just white, thinner tone in the middle. You can also tone with acrylic paint and let it dry. I've heard of some people doing that. To me, it's just kind of an extra step. And I love oil so much. So, stay, Pinky. Stay. Okay. Fun. All right. So now for the cherries. I think I'm just going to go straight in for color today. A little unorthodox, I guess you might say. And I'm just going to start with some alizarin crimson and a little bit of ivory black. A little bit of white is in there, otherwise it would be like jet black. And they are pretty black, but pretty dark. But I kind of want there to be more color. This is just going to be a little cutie. Yeah, a lot of times I call these my paintinis. Just teeny little paintings. You can call them whatever you want. We just want to start with some simple shapes here. And I don't want to forget that one thing that I really liked about these little cherries is they kind of have that heart-like shape. So I want to make sure that I get that kind of double curve up at the top. Try to keep your brush flat to the canvas, parallel to the canvas might be one way to also think of it. But don't these two little cherries just look like two little lovebirds snuggled up next to each other? So cute. I think it's important to, sometimes just do things that are fun. They may even feel kind of silly to you, especially if you are like me and you're kind of maybe an overachiever in a way. And you love mastery and you love really pushing yourself, but sometimes it's nice just to let go and have a little bit of fun too. So I'm going to start my cast shadows on the cloth, and this is going to be, needs to be darker than that pink I put down and a warmer version. So I'm doing some cab red light, some ivory black, and this is like a bird's eye view kind of painting, right? I'm totally looking down on these little cherries here. And that pink background I started with is just kind of a start. I'm gonna play, my intention is to kind of play with some thicker paint quality back there. And you could definitely do this on a larger, much bigger painting too. You could kind of blow these cherries up in size and do them, bigger. And then for the shadow, the form shadow on these cherries, I'll just use some black, maybe black and alizarin, and that's going to be really on the right hand side. My spotlight is really a top light. You just want to get like a curve. Unlike grapes, light does not pass through the cherries. So you might have reflected light from the light white cloth or the pink cloth if you're going for pink, but you won't have light passing through the cherry. Their skin is just more solid than, say, like a purple grape. So you want to make sure that you do get a form shadow down. Again, I can't stress enough how important it is to not dig into the paint at this stage. So we're just looking for these simple, flat shapes. Good morning, Alice and Dobsy. Oh, darn, Cindy, you couldn't get it posted. Shoot. Okay. Thank you for trying, though. Good morning, Trish. Good morning, Mary. Happy Thursday. Good to see you, Chona. And Ann Paul, good morning. Good morning. Hi, JP. Hello, Jean-Pierre. And I can't wait to see all of you inside the Art Life School this afternoon. So excited about what we're going to paint this afternoon. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and do a lighter version of my background color, just with some more white, maybe also a little bit of Naples yellow. Because this is not super secure, it's making it a little more challenging. I'm just trying to carve out my shapes. So I want to start the stroke. I'm going to start that brush stroke against the shape, the contours, like the cast shadow. I just want these to kind of going for maybe a more flat look. Bird's eye view often is going to look flatter anyway because you have such little depth of space. Like at most you have some cast shadow on your tabletop. So you want to talk limited amount of depth in a picture. You can't really get any more limited amount of depth of space in a picture plane than bird's eye view. You don't have any, the only background is whatever the objects are sitting on. Nice thing too about painting small is you can kind of let yourself go. One thing I like, and also maybe doing something that's a little maybe less strenuous or less serious even, is that you actually kind of open up and maybe play a bit more. So you can play with your brushwork, your paint quality, things like that. Now I'm going to start to build a little more red in the center. I'm going back into my alizarin crimson and cab red light. A little bit of white in there. Trying to find kind of a lighter, more vivid red. I'm going to put that around where the highlight is going to go. I'm going to make these a little more red than what they look like in real life. It doesn't have to be the same red either, so I'm going to maybe pull in a little more pink. This isn't the highlight, but it's kind of like the bed of light, bed of local color that the highlight sits on. And I am, making it a bit more colorful than what it looks like in real life. Okay, now for that highlight, I'm going to do some black with my pink and white here. Get kind of like a purpley gray. And you could also put this on with, actually it might be a really good idea to put this on since we're doing wet into wet and we've got a lot of wet paint down with a palette knife. Oops, I just wiped all that paint off on my finger. Nice. Finger painting. You can also do just like a little bit of ultramarine blue and white might be a really nice highlight too. Highlight color. And if it's just way too gooey, you can't get it to stick, just let the paint set up for a little bit and come back and, try again. Fun. Okay, and then I want to do some reflected light from the tabletop color or the cloth that's underneath. So I'm going to do a little bit of that pink in with the white. And these cherries kind of have this nice glossy sheen to them. So they get some of this reflected light on the shadow side from the white cloth. That's going to kind of separate the form out, the end of the form out from the cast shadow underneath. The challenge is to make sure that we don't lose the start of the shadow. I hope this canvas doesn't fall off. This tape is not worth a damn. Just making sure that we don't lose the end of the form or the start of the shadow whenever you put in that reflected light. And you also don't really want it to just look the same and kind of be one whoop all the way across. Try to maybe get a little bit of variety in there. There's also some on this back edge. You can also just kind of drag some of the white paint of the background into the back edge. That's an option as well. Cute. Cute, cute. And then, of course, for these to look like cherries, they got to have some stems. But, before I do that, I'm thinking this shadow color, now that I lightened the background a bit, I feel like that cast shadow needs to be a little bit lighter too. I like the neutrality of it and the warmth of it, but it kind of does need a little bit more white into it, especially, the further away you get from the object, which isn't very far in this case with the bird's eye view. But the further we get away from the object, the more kind of reflected light is getting in there, ambient light kind of bouncing around. Yeah, that's nice. That kind of gives us a little bit of feeling of like an atmospheric glow. I'm going to do a little bit of yellow ochre as well in with that, just to get a little extra touch of warmth in that cast shadow, especially along the far edge. So even your cast shadows, you don't want them to just look like these black holes that have been punched out in the canvas, right? So the value and color of the cast shadow, first of all, is related to the value and color of the object that they're on, like the background or the tabletop or whatever the case may be. Now, you know what? I also have this really fun color. It's kind of more lilac or purpley, but I'm curious. Curiouser and curiouser. Could that come into play somewhere? Just for funsies? It's also kind of the nice thing about doing something that's a little more, ooh, that's really thicker than the paint I was just using for some reason. Something that's maybe a little less stress to paint can also be a fun way to kind of play with different colors or different brushes, and part of the point of me doing this challenge for myself is to play more, and just get those creative juices flowing. I kind of like that. Let's try adding a little crimson. Oh, I should say what that color was, shouldn't I? This is, well, I probably didn't say it because I can't pronounce it. What is it? Charvan. Maybe you can write it down. Hang on, it's not focusing. Cyclamen. Cyclamen. PR122. So if you like that color, you might check it out. Of course, this is not sponsored. Well, I kind of like the alizarin a little bit. I like that color. It's fun. So I've been waiting to put on the stems because I wanted to make sure I get the background the way that I want it. Sometimes whenever we do things like this, though, we might start to overcomplicate our contours. So Oh, I'll try to come back and get a cleaner contour there. Okay. Because once the stems go on, I can't really fuss anymore with the background. So just make sure you've got your background where you want it before you put on the stem. Now, oh, don't you dare even think about it falling off of there. Okay. Now you can either do a nice thin palette knife like this with a diamond shape to do your stems, or you can also, oh, no, you didn't. Or you can also use something like these cat's tongue brushes, which come to a point. I'm going to try both today because why not? And just kind of compare what they do. All right, so I'm going to do some ivory black. Get a nice dark green going here. Ivory black, cad yellow deep, just a little bit of cad yellow deep. Let's throw in a little bit of alizarin just for color harmony's sake. Now you can kind of do a practice stroke first. This one, I recommend doing the one that's underneath first. You know, the one that's underneath the other one. It's sort of a one-shot kind of deal, you know, so maybe practicing what you're going to do first is a good idea. Oh, that worked really well, actually, that brush. Look how cute it is. I love these. It's good if you missed yesterday's, you know, yesterday it's like, you know, I was really focusing on, hang on, let me not talk right now. I find it's like you got to kind of go a little fast or else it doesn't look very natural. And we got some more yellow on this one, yellow green, especially down at the base. So I'm going to add a little bit of my cad lemon and some ultramarine blue. You can also brace your hand either on your palette or using your other hand. I think a maul stick is a bit much on a painting this size. Let's not go that far. It's not that serious. And there's a little more thickness up there. Now, if you feel like, oh man, I kind of got this too thick or I got the stem too thick, you can come back with some background color. And don't stress about like, is it the exact color? Exact? Doesn't have to be. In fact, a lot of times it's kind of nice if it's not. But you can come back with that background color and just kind of paint over that thick edge. Oh, you know what I missed? There's a little cast shadow color from the stem. That could be fun. Go back to my cast shadow color from the cloth. Just maybe suggest that. I would keep that really soft, you know, so it doesn't draw too much attention to itself. So, you know, yesterday's painting was a lot more about, you know, just really pushing and challenging, more challenging and, you know, really trying to do more of a classical kind of still life and today is just more about play and fun and trying different things, and don't you dare fall off of there. All right, so I think this is super cute. I'm loving it. And that is my daily painting for today. And as I mentioned, if you're if you're an Art Life School member, I'll see you this afternoon for our longer demo with the French macaroons and the really pretty Limoges plate. And that one we are going to do a bird's eye view as well, so I thought this would be good practice for us, kind of a good warm up for that painting this afternoon. Okay, everybody. get this a little bit closer, and I'll take a little photo of this so that you can have it as reference if you should decide to paint along. And please post your paintings in the comments below. I would love to see them as well, especially if you're not in the Art Life School community. So like back and forth, back and forth. Maybe going simpler on that form shadow. You're welcome, Shona. Okay, everybody. Let me turn this around so I can see your comments and answer any questions maybe that came through. Hi, Michelle. Bonjour, mon ami. Oh, thank you, Kathy. I'm so glad that you liked it. Yeah, I thought it would be really fun to do something different. Adorable. Totes adorable. Lucy, I love that. Yes. So cute. So cute. Yeah, Pam, I don't know if that one, you'll have to check. I bought 2 different sets of the Charvan paints while I was in Europe, one in London. This may have come from the Provence set, I think is what it was called. These colors, these were for sale at the Van Gogh exhibit at the National Gallery, and that set had kind of some really wild colors in it. Lots of pastel type of colors. Like I think this was one that was in there. I think this is part of that Provence set, just so you know. And then the other set that I got kind of had some more traditional colors in it. The one that came with the little pochade, the little paint box with the little palette. So I'm pretty sure these kind of colors, there was like a bright vivid green, a turquoise. There were some really wild colors in there. And I think they were selling that because they were very similar colors to some of the paintings, the colors that Van Gogh was using in some of his paintings. Gosh, he had this one really beautiful painting with like hot pink. It was like hot pink flowers with like a lime green background. It was really wild, but I thought it was beautiful. So if you want some of these kind of fun, different colors like that one, check out that set, the Provence set. Yeah, and unfortunately the little paint box from Charvan is on back order. We're still trying to get one for our winner of our extra holiday giveaway that we did inside the Art Life School. It's still on back order. Thank you, Kathy. Yes. Awesome. My yellow sofa. Yes. I love yellow. I thought that would be super fun. Thank you. All right, you're so welcome. Thank you, Betty. Okay. All right, everybody. Happy painting. Pam says, oh, I can't see all of the comment, unfortunately, because they Facebook, darn it, they have either taken away a setting that I used to use or they are hiding it from me so well I cannot find it. So anyways, happy painting, everybody, and I will see hopefully some of you this afternoon inside the Art Life School. Au revoir. Bye for now.